The Book of Shi-Ji, Chapter 3, The Self-Mastery Experience. Besides being on Earth in service mode and being workers of light, during this time of the biggest changes throughout all planes and universes, you are also here for the human experience, because it offers the most lessons of all. With it comes not only the illusion of separation, but limitations and high emotions as well. These are illusions. The lesson here is to be able to overcome all limitations and see everything as it is. You have not been disconnected from Source. You have not been kept in the dark. You have not been cast aside. You've not been forgotten, and you are not lost. You have only been distracted from the real reality by the illusion. Realization of distraction, once truly recognized, along with the reality that you are a cell of Source, will allow you to manipulate your facet of reality because you know everything is an illusion. It all starts with a thought. The many races, including those from Sirius, the Pleiades, Orion, Arcturus, Lyra, Andromeda, and the reptilians, mantis beings, the Elohim, and many others, including the different densities of races from the same places, have embraced the collective goal to create a super being in the 3D realm. However, what came about was unexpected. Everything is actually part of the upgrade, and now humanity is going through an upgrade too. Everything throughout all planes, the universe, and beyond is being upgraded. Many wonder why they look like the beings they interact with, meaning 2 arms, 2 legs, and so on. Well, this is because you are us, a mixture of us, and you are continuing the program because the different races on Earth are mating with one another. Getting back to oneness. In time, you will regain the abilities you lost when you separated from the state of oneness long ago. These abilities have been lying dormant within you. You must master your emotions and thoughts while you are in the body and having the human experience. Once this is done by enough of you, the collective will be affected and it will be easier for the rest to do. Many of you are directly from Source and the higher vibrations, and you have come back down to this realm. When placed around the Earth as you are, an energy grid is created. This affects everything. Those between you, near you, above, and below you are all being affected, but a lot of you don't know it. Many humans want to know their place. However, the reality is that a large majority of you have come here just to be here. By your presence, you are affecting and playing a part in the healing of the Earth and the healing and awakening of the human race. As an extra bonus, while you are here, you also get to master the human experience, which is the experience of all experiences. Yeshua, Moses, Muhammad, Buddha, and all the saints, avatars, and sages have been similar messengers. From here you can activate your light body and connect with your multidimensional self, your Merkaba, and experience different light spectrums as being one at the same time. Because when you connect with your higher self, you are unbounded. Yeshua, Muhammad, Moses, Ezekiel, Buddha, and many others have done spiritual work here on Earth. They also worked in many other places before going back to Orion, the Pleiades, and elsewhere to reconnect with the Orion Council of Light, the Elohim's councils, and many other types of councils. They are in service mode, and you are also playing your part in doing service. No self is recognized when in service mode, because you are the oneness. This is what you do in the oneness state of awareness, because your true nature and program are oneness. The evolved ones who have done their walk automatically go back to Orion, the Pleiades, and so on, because their experiences and missions are complete. Then they create new missions with the understanding that love is the key to all of this. Other races from far and beyond experience love, but not like humans. Unless they are at source, they are a master, or they are in the state of unboundedness, because the human state has emotions like no other. However, the intensity of love in humans is not the same as within source. No orgasm can equal it, which is why many of you might like sex, due to it being close to the state of bliss you feel when you are unbounded or at source. Mastering your sexual feelings, which are an illusion, is also part of the self-mastery lesson here. We are not suggesting you avoid sex, but rather that everything should be done in moderation, within reason, and coming from a place of love, and without ego and jealousy. The experiences and lessons that lead to self-mastery and then to service mode are not done just for the sake of it, but rather for the love and passion in acting from a place of love and service. Self-mastery leads to the state of being in service mode. Ego is one of the main programs that can stop you from reconnecting with the God within, but ego can be broken. It's a distraction that produces emotions that must be mastered in order for you to see the illusion of separation for what it is, an illusion. Ego divides, which is what the archons want. Ego is the reason for the Tower of Babel, as described in your Bible, which led to the separation of humanity and loss of the experience of oneness and the ability of humans to understand each other. Ego is the reason the archons manufactured royalty and a social structure, and in a smart way, they got the go-ahead by the masses. This did and still does contribute to the power of the lower lights. It's a front, like the reptilians being in control of the manipulation, when it is really the archons. Ego is the root of human difficulties, but it was engineered this way. Ego divides countries, states, towns, and people, and there's much that can be learned from it. Like the yin-yang, balance is one of the key components in ascending and reconnecting with the true nature of self and all that is. Balance of family life, social time, time with your partner, time by yourself, and exercise. Everything is about balance. From a state of balance, you can excel exponentially. In order to be productive, healthy, spiritually connected, and happy, balance is the key. What most humans don't realize is that by being here, they must learn to walk in two worlds. This is part of the self-mastery human experience, and one of the hardest things to do. When humans start to wake up, they realize the illusion and see the manipulation for what is. Then they think they have it all worked out, only to find out how deep the rabbit hole goes. They try to project their reality onto others, which is worse than what those who are controlled by the archons do, because they have an idea of the real reality, and those who are manipulated do not. With awakening, you will begin to learn the lesson of self-mastery and letting go. You will learn to judge only yourself, not others, and then later on, to not even judge yourself. Everything starts with you. We are not trying to judge the others that we write of here. Rather, we are pointing out that the so-called awakened ones, when starting to awaken, judge others, even though they don't want to be judged themselves. They are doing that which they are trying to stop from happening. Simply judge yourself instead of others, because when awakening, you have more responsibility. Even then, you should not judge yourself because it is also a distraction. Most of all, you need to observe your sensations and thoughts. You see, the more you know, the more you recognize. You will see the real reality slowly for what it is, a process. You cannot be fully enlightened until you have done your walk and are connected fully back with Source. This being the case, being in both worlds at the same time and having a balance between them needs to be recognized in both worlds. What we mean by this is that when some awaken, every waking moment is spent researching and listening to others, rather than trying to connect and follow their own journey, to discover their own information, which is going to come to them anyway. In this type of situation, sleep, health, and relationships are affected in a way that can be damaging. Sadly, most go through this, and in time they find a balance. The process is their journey. It's what they must do on their walk here. Again, finding a balance between this world and the spiritual world is the main requirement, because you must have pure balance in both worlds. You are here to bring the spiritual reality through to the physical reality, and vice versa. There must be pure balance, because you are here in the first place, which is to play a part in the evolution of humanity. In order to do this, you need your own connection to the spirit world. Whether subconsciously or not, many of you just let things be how they are, because you are mainly energy workers who do not consciously know too much. Even though you have starseed traits and you are interested in healing, the paranormal, UFOs, and many other subjects, you are all energy workers, though most are not aware of it. However, you don't need to be, because this is your job while you're here. You are undercover energy workers, and the purpose of your higher selves has been hidden, even from you. Doing energy work and holding the energy here is important, because we all need to help contain the energy for what is already happening and will continue to happen in the future. You can be the most effective by maintaining your balance between both worlds. You will learn the most and have the most fun and exciting times. You are here to help, and you can only do it when you are connected. You might be unaware of being an energy worker, and this is why some of you have been led to this book. As above, so below. You manifest this reality here, too. The main point is to work on yourself. Find your own connection and have confidence. Yes, the human mind has been conditioned over time to create doubt. This is part of the reptilian traits that were given to the human body computer. This is a distraction. Anything with distraction and hierarchy is illusion. It does not come from a place of love and service. It is a distraction. For this to be realized, you need both yin and yang. No one is above or better than anyone else, even with the councils and so on. Everyone decides and does what they do best. This is how it works everywhere else. We do what we love and are passionate about because this is the best way we can help others. Even if we are not the best at something, we have the opportunity to learn about a subject and master it because we have passion about that particular subject. We all support each other in these decisions. Even if you are not the best at something, you are supported anyway because of your passion for doing what you are good at. Captains on ships do this because they are best designed in their reincarnation of this facet of their life for the particular job of being a captain. Likewise, pilots are best suited for their assigned job. The scientists and diplomats on the councils who communicate with one another do what they do because they are good at it. Many races embrace what they are good at, but unfortunately, many humans do not. Humans are programmed from an early age to help strengthen and contribute energy to the energy grid created by the archons. Fortunately, this is breaking down. For self-mastery to be effective, you must work on yourself. Over time, this will be projected outside of you and manifest in the reality it is directed towards. All you can do is work on yourself, and the collective will do the same. As more achieve self-mastery, more will become masters. Although when unbounded, you are already all masters. You just need to realize that when you are in a human body, you can be a master too. It's up to you. November 26th, 2014. Shi-Ji, via Peter Maxwell Slattery.